what's going on behind the scenes. And so Matthew and basically everybody around him, his family and the community came together to fund him to get around the world, to do all of the work that he needed to do. You just get a good look into what happens behind the scenes, and that's something that, you know, we need to see more of about our athletes, and it was really cool.
Agora é só fazer minha parte dentro da água, como eu fiz a minha última bateria, então eu espero continuar com essa boa energia e indo para cima, uma a uma.
In the Red Bull Athlete Zone before this heat, and he said he was going to go out there on a step up. He saw that there was a lot of water moving around, so we saw him warm up on the green board, but he has pushed himself into a little bit more of some volume, a little longer board, and I think it's held. It's a good example. There's a lot of water moving up here, and he making the right choice because this board looks pretty good under his feet.
Yeah, it's a lot more intense out there than you can kind of feel on the screen. There's a lot more water moving. It's really a thick line.
That's why we've become very superstitious. You're like, I'm not changing a thing. I won't change the wax I use. I'm not going to change the board shirts I wear. I'm not going to change my leash. You know.
Well, and Griffin went through it early, and he's had to redefine what it takes to get on a roll. As we see Jake quickly up and out, won the Triple Crown. As we watch him do a wrapping cut back into the right, hard off the bottom, nice clean connection. Nice wrapping turn through all the ribs in the open face. You can see how much speed this right is giving him, shoving him into this channel.
The extra 2 liters of volume he's carrying right now, it just gives him that smooth approach. He's already smooth, but it is not easy out there, and he's making it look very easy. I mean, the 7.0 on the left now goes right.
Pete, look at this one.
Again, I love that Griffin doesn't, keep his blinders on. He's moving to the left or right, and depending on where he is with priority, he's got to keep those doors wide open, which he has done, and he's going to get himself a good mid-range number here to add to that 7-point ride that he already has. Such great glide in his approach. It's so easy looking and easy on the eye. It's kind of different than what you say as Zhao Xianco, which is a lot of body English, whereas you see Griffin, he tries to limit that upper body stuff, but it works very nicely.
He lets the board do the talking. You watch the surfboard, and you can see how many different variations of turns that get thrown in there. I was catching up with Luke Egan, and he said that Jack and Griffin have figured out the formula.
Second number, and he's going to loosen himself up even further.
Michael Rodrigues carved his start on the back end. Famous for big whips, one of the quickest guys that can rotate above the lip. It can make you dizzy. It was something you could feel through your entire body. As we look at waves in motion off the bottom, there's the car from Jake Marshall. Straight up in transition, he'll go to a climb to stay on his feet.
Match what we saw from Griffin, but again, I don't think he is going to get total credit for this final move. He climbs up late and doesn't quite ride out of the bottom of the whitewater there. And like I said, the judges definitely take note of all of that. So this will factor into his scoreline, but it's going to be his best wave, obviously, considering he's carrying a 0.3.
Didn't even talk about it too much. Was already back in the jersey, ready to compete. He's had that injury a few times. Same injury that took Carlos Munoz out of almost the entire year. As we see just up and out from Michael Rodrigues.
That's an interesting one, that in comparison. It's like if someone, pops it out. I mean, you've done it yourself, right? And you were out for a very long time. Breathing technique, obviously.
No, it's an actual place, but
okay.
back to Emrod.
Whoa!
Full rotation for Michael Rodrigues into a snap.
There you go.
And that's the move that he is world famous for, that makes his social media. We'll take another look at the rotation here. Strider, what'd you think?
I love it. This is exactly the platform he was looking for. It's these inside waves that are about head high. This is his sweet spot. So he likes waves that are in that head high and under range. He's not known to be a big wave rider, but when he gets on a wave that he has a lot of confidence in, he can go and do anything on it. And we just saw it right there.
Priorities with Griffin Colapinto. And he's going to make a move here. Surfer from San Clemente. Snap to start. Almost pulls that one off. Tried to hang in there. He'll lose priority, and let's see if that's going to cost him here. Rodrigues looking right. We'll stick with him on the split. The wild card throws down a big first turn, well overhead wave. Big section. He floats over it. Loses the handle above the lip and ends up pulling it off.
That was sketchy. He was going high speed there. A lot of chop on the lip. Glides over it pretty darn smooth.
This is what happened on the split with Michael Rodrigues here. Peter, what do you think?
Oh, I loved it. I mean, look how the size of the wave right there. That was sketchy, just carrying a ton of speed. His landing wasn't, exactly smooth. Neither was the lip, but just so compressed and then extends to land nicely. It's going to be another pretty good number. Needs the 5, 6, 7. Now the split of the peak. We finally get to see Jake quickly loses his footing on the bottom turn again. That's all that bounce and undulated water.
Out here right now, there's backwash, there's current, there's wave coming in. There's a little bit of a wind on it.
Reverb from the rocks.
As we see Jake Marshall live up and down. But yeah, so much water moving. This is Jake Marshall on his 2.67 feet.
Yeah, little backside hook, gets loose in the lip, but just the one maneuver. Well, that maybe bailed out a little early.
His coach, Iago's father, Leandro Robinson, coming up next. Michael Rodrigues has a big section approaching. There's the full rotation again. He gets it.
Stuck to his feet again. It doesn't matter the section. That was a sloppy section. And to be able to pull that thing around.
And every rotation he's going for seems to be working out for him. And even of his awareness above the lip, his 6'4", wasn't an air. It was just a big off the top. And this was Rodrigues on the last.
Beautiful first snap. Up and over for the second. Doesn't quite feel like it's going to change anything.
Where he ended up with an air drop. Here comes Griffin's answer back. Big section for the forehand hook. Lays down a stylish down carve as he flicks out there.
Okay, well, there's 2 scores to drop for this exchange here. Much bigger wave for Griffin. Here we go, the bigger set wave. So he didn't get another turn. That was the first turn there. Good size wave, though. Committed 2 carves. Wow. Splicing hairs.
Colapinto had one judge throw a 5.7. He was saying it was clearly enough. There's a 5.5 there.
Yeah, split. 3-2. Oh, barrel.
Into the pit with Griffin. And he'll sneak out for the exit now with 4 minutes to go. He could overheat maybe in the short arm. The water feels amazing. As we look at Rodrigues with so much speed. One big hack on the closeout. And now a minute on the clock to see if he can hang on to this one, Pete.
I think that he's such a fast surfer, and obviously we've seen some amazing clips from him, so to speak, that have been dropped on the social media side of things. But for him to come out here and show that he's got the confidence to surf the way that he is in a heat, I think that he could be dangerous throughout this event.
Looks like he's going to have to deal with the elimination round on a very close decision. Here in the opening round of the Oi Rio Pro, presented by Corona, the wild card gets the victory to move into the round of 16. What a big day of competition. Jake Marshall stays in third. He's in the elimination round as well.